Hello, my name is Siva. Welcome to Aspiring Architect. Today we'll get into the foundational steps of programming. One, we are going to install Python. Two, we are going to set up a virtual environment. If you don't know what a virtual environment is, it's crucial for maintaining project-specific dependencies so that your projects remain isolated. And three, we are going to set up a Jupyter Notebook, and we are even going to write our first Python program. So let's get into it. Let's start by installing Python. I'm at python.org downloads/downloads. You could look up this in the Google as well. I'm going to click download Python 3.12.0. Once the download is complete, open the installer. Make sure that you select add python.exe to the path. This is a very much mandatory step. After that, click on install now. It's going to take some time depending upon your speed of the computer. Once the setup is complete, close this particular window. I'm going to then look for Python 3.12, the version which we installed. And then I'm going to verify it that it's actually working by typing a simple print command. I'm going to execute print hello. This ensures that the Python is installed correctly. Let's exit out of the shell by giving exit and then parentheses. Next up, to ensure the environment variables are set correctly, go to advanced settings on your computer and then to navigate to the environment variables. This environment variables is present under the advanced tab. Check the paths related to Python are correctly configured. Please feel free to add if you have to add anything else. Mine looks good, so I'm going to close it. I'm going to fire up a command prompt with the administrator privileges. We would need the administrator privileges for these settings. I'm going to switch to the directory where I have my Python project, which is C, learning, and Python. Once there, type Python -- version to confirm the installed Python version. This command will display the version number of the Python interpreter. Next, this is step 2. First, let's install some necessary libraries and set a virtual environment to manage your project dependencies. Let's upgrade pip. This ensures that we have the recent version of the pip installed, which I already have. Next up, let's install virtual environment using the command pip install virtual env. There is no space between virtual and env. Let me retype that. It's a tool to create isolated Python environments, as we've discussed earlier, by typing pip install virtual environment in the command prompt. This will allow you to manage dependencies separately for different projects. Create a virtual environment named Pylab by executing the command virtual env space Pylab. This command sets up a directory with the necessary files to keep your project specific dependencies isolated. Switch to the directory Pylab, navigate to the scripts directory within the virtual environment using the commands cd pylab and then cd scripts. Activate the virtual environment by running the command activate.bat. This step ensures that the dependencies you install from this point forward are specific to the Pylab environment and do not interfere with other Python projects. To confirm that the virtual environment is actually activated, look at the parentheses before the prompt. You will have your virtual environment's name in between the parentheses. And finally, we are on to the step 3. Let's first install the numpy library, which is commonly used for numerical computing, using the command pip install numpy. Next up, install the pandas library. This is a powerful data manipulation and analysis library. Type the command pip install pandas in the command prompt. Finally, we have the matplotlib, a plotting library. Using the command pip install matplotlib, you will be able to set up this library. This library is commonly used for creating various types of plots and visualizations. Once this is complete, we will be looking forward for the Jupyter Notebook. It's a popular web-based interactive development environment. Let's install it by giving the command pip install Jupyter. Once the installation is complete, launch the Jupyter Notebook interface by typing Jupyter Notebook in the command prompt. This will open a new tab in your default web browser with the Jupyter Notebook dashboard, where you can start working on your Python projects. Once on the browser, I'm going to click on New, which is a drop down. I'm going to select a notebook, and then you're all ready to go with your programming. Let me start with a simple program, print hello world. Let me quickly execute it using the run the cell. As you can see, we have the output. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.